What I personally would do if I were hunting for leads or buying leads or, worked for a portfolio lender and I have access to previously funded loans, most in particular, maybe loan officers who no longer work for that company anymore, I would try to find a way to access those leads. My focus 100% would be on those two loan types. But not only that, what you're looking at are a few factors. So it's going to depend on whether or not you already have that loan with you because you're a portfolio lender, or if you're ordering like leads through a vendor as a broker, or if you're hunting on title data because maybe you have a relationship with a title person. So what you want to pay attention to are these columns. Number one is you want to pay attention to the last time they did the transaction. And you want to keep that within, typically 2-3 years from the date that they originated their last loan. And you might be thinking like, well, why do I want to call people at 2%, 3%? The reason is you're going to get more data that way. So people who qualified literally 2 years ago, more than likely can qualify today. So not only that, but the origination date, but you want to pay attention to also the FICO score. So the FICO score, I wouldn't necessarily look for homeowners who are north of 760 or 740. Why? Is because typically if you have that credit score, you're doing pretty well. Like you're managing your expenses pretty well. Like, are there people with 760 or 800 FICOs who have debt? Yeah, but not as much as someone who has a 660 FICO or 680 FICO. And so it's important to really pay attention to that because you're looking for an audience or an avatar, like a lead type that's going to give you most traction, that will be worthy of your time, right? So in my opinion, depending on your lender, like mine, for example, I can go down to 580. You might be different. You might need 620 depending on who you work with and where you work at. So if I were looking for leads, I would literally look for, FICOs that were between 580 and under 700. Now, here's the reason why. Not only because they're more likely to have debt, but because I can also add in the leverage of helping them rebuild their FICO score through the transaction. So that is massively helpful because, again, you're building on the bigger picture. And again, with the streamline that we talked about them having in their back pocket, it's kind of like a two-step process. So you're actually getting two deals from just one. So you're getting the transaction now to pay off their debt, help improve their FICO, help improve their cash flow. And then in 6 months, as long as they made their payments on time, they behave themselves, they're still employed or what have you, they don't rack up their debt again. In 6 months, they can utilize that streamlined benefit program that they have as a government loan member.